Okay, we're at the house on Barrett Street in Downers Grove. Downers Grove is a nice community about 25 miles west of Chicago. This home across the street is for sale for $209,000. It's basically the same house that we're looking at. And nice neighborhood, great schools, beautiful, highly ranked high school just about 2 blocks away, walking distance. This house is a 3-1, and it's in need of some major tender love and care. Let's put it that way. Driveway has been neglected. Home is outdated. Landscaping's outdated. It's a very nice size yard. It's roughly 75 by 150. 2-car garage in the back. Big beautiful tree, but unfortunately that big beautiful tree got hit in a tornado that went through here a couple years ago or a year ago and dropped a big limb on the back of the house, put a hole in the roof. And for the person who had been trying to rehab the house, that was the end of the journey. Deep backyard. Partially fenced. Garage is in good condition. Let's go inside, take a look at the house. This house is sitting on a crawl space. The crawl space is about 4 feet deep. And as we walk in, the living room. Needs new flooring, new walls. A couple of things salvageable in here. There are a couple of fairly nice and look like pretty much brand new fan light fixtures. The big issue with this house is that it slopes downward into the corner, 4 inches. Serious sag in the foundation. So we'll be looking at addressing that issue. The kitchen. As I mentioned, the tree limb fell on the roof, poked a hole in the roof. Unfortunately, the investor at that time didn't come by the house, didn't know about that damage. It rained in the house, and it caused what was the end of his journey trying to rehab this house. This damage has sat here now for over a year, untouched. So, obviously the plan is to come in here and gut the entire house, down to the studs, down to the flooring, all new walls, all new cabinets. The windows are straight out of the 50s, so are the doors. We'll be upgrading those. The storm knocked out the electrical outlet box, junction box, that needs to be replaced. It was apparently maybe in the process of upgrading to a 100-watt power supply, 100 amp power supply. There's a lot of mold in this room in particular, one of the bedrooms here. And mold is gold, as they say. Here is the entrance to the crawl space. I don't have lighting to go down there with and show you, but it's about 4 feet deep. It's gravel bottom. There are a lot of supports down there where previous owners had obviously tried to simply jack the floor up rather than fix the foundation problem. As a result of the neglect of this home, since the roof was damaged, like this flooring right here, that's a big, huge bump. Although the hardwood flooring here looks like it could potentially be salvaged, it's probably not worth it because of that kind of thing. Again, the windows straight out of the 1950s. Some of them the cranks are broken anyway. one more light fixture in here that might be salvageable. The investor must have put those two in here. Looked like he had been painting this place to be a rental property. Bathroom, I don't know what to say. It's he must have been making this to be a rental property, because it sure isn't a bathroom that you could sell to anybody. The toilet's newer and so is the vanity, but this isn't at the standard of the kind of people that would want to buy a house in this particular neighborhood. Downers Grove is a fairly affluent neighborhood, though this is one of the smaller houses and this is one of the lesser expensive neighborhoods. It's still a neighborhood of upscale people, professional people who are typically looking for granite countertop, stainless steel appliances, the whole routine. So that bathroom is probably going to have to just go completely. This here is the vent stack. It's not working plumbing, it's vent stack. It has a hole in it, needs to be patched. There's obviously a hole in the floor here that needs to be resolved. Getting up into the attic, again, I'm sorry I don't have lights with me. I should have brought some lighting. The attic is mostly dry despite that problem with the roof. Here we have a furnace that is probably operational, but it's probably about 10 years old. I know that there's a sign or a note on here from November 28th, 2005, from a serviceman that says new blower motor and capacitors. So that was 7 years ago that this furnace was already being upgraded or repaired, I should say. So it's probably functional, but probably ought to be replaced. Same with the hot water heater. Winterized in what appears to be March of 2010. So for 2 years, I'd say this house has been vacant, at least. But the houses in this neighborhood, the same exact model home that we're looking at right here, not completely upgraded like a new house like we are planning to do to this. That same size and model house, a 3-1, it's about 950 square feet, sold just a couple of months ago for $168. As I mentioned, the house across the street is this same model house. It's on the market for $209. Honestly, I think that's a little much, a little ambitious. It does have an extra building out back, like for parking a, I don't know, commercial vehicle or something. So it's got a little bit more than this house in terms of that. But basically, this place needs to be gutted down to the studs and made like new. We want to do a flip this house routine on this house, just like you see on TV, make everything beautiful and new and shiny and sparkly. And again, it's in a fantastic neighborhood, and we're picking up this house for the price of a vacant lot. So that's it. This is the home on Barrett Street in Downers Grove.